Okay, so I'm looking real greasy, like I just put fried chicken grease all over my face. In my opinion, that's what it looks like. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's summer and I figured why not get that summer glow, get those summer vibes going, and why not use Glowish by Huda Beauty. This actually launched about 3 weeks ago and I actually picked it up then, but I haven't had time to do a video on it. But I do now, so let's go ahead and hop into this. So I actually purchased the skin tint and the bronzer. The skin tint's on top and then the bronzer's on bottom, and the shades I chose was Tan 08 for the skin tint and 5 Rich for the bronzer. Okay, so starting with the skin tint, I purchased shade 8, which is tan. There's 13 different shades to select from on their website, and this is kind of like that middle range, middle to dark range, I would say. But on their website, this basically says Glowish Multidew Skin Tint is a radiant, moisture-packed skin tint that instantly brightens your complexion and blurs pores for a soft, focused, dewy finish. So let's see. So last thing I'd like to note about the skin tint is it does cost $37. So the other product I purchased is the bronzer. This is the Glowish Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder. I purchased shade 5, which is Rich. This is the darkest shade that they have, and there's a total of 5 different shades. I did purchase 4 first, which is considered deep tan, but I swatched it a few times and I'm like, this is a bit too light. I guess I'd say that it really blended into my skin complexion and I could not see it at all. And 4 just didn't cut it for me. So it does cost $31 on their website, and it's a radiant boosting bronzer that will instantly get you glowing. It's buildable, easy to use. It gives you that natural looking tan, warm, radiant feel. So I mean, let's kind of just see how this is coming off. So here is the bronzer out of the package. Excuse my nails, I need to go to the nail shop today, so they're a little busted. But here is the bronzer. It's really deep, so I'm gonna swatch that a few times. 1, 2. If I put it here, you guys see that? So I feel like I will like it. I think this is more so what I was looking for. Try to go into it a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just curious to see how dark that'll come out. And if I put that right here next to this one, as you can see, it's definitely buildable. So for me, I'm probably not going to build it up too much just because I don't want it to be like super harsh. So this is the skin tint out of its package. Again, I purchased shade 8, which is tan. This is the color that I'm basically getting. So kind of just put that on and let's just see what happens. Oh, I like that. Okay, I think I'm going to use a flat foundation brush and kind of just see how this works. So I have a few spots. I kind of want to see if that kind of covers it up. Okay, so obviously I've only applied it to one side, and I'll definitely say you definitely see that glow. I mean, like, it's glowing. The whole face looks like a damn highlighter. But let's see once we apply everything else. And you can definitely see the difference from this side, which doesn't have the skin tint, and this side, which does. It's giving me a huge glow. There's not as much coverage. Again, this is a skin tint. It's not a foundation. Of course, I'm not expecting it to get rid of all my blemishes, but I do want to see if it, you know, helps a little bit. I have a few spots, and they're pretty light spots that I would have expected it to at least cover, and it didn't. So I'm going to go in with a second coat just to see if it is buildable or not. Right, so again, I'm just getting shinier. See that spot? It's still there, and this is my second coat in. It's still there, so definitely not something that I'd say it's gonna provide coverage as far as like to clear up any blemishes. So probably better to go in and do like a I don't know, I look shiny as hell. Okay, so I'm looking real greasy, like I just put fried chicken grease all over my face. in my opinion, that's what it looks like. Again, definitely can see the difference in the glow from this side, which doesn't have a glow because I didn't put anything. This side is a highlighter. So I'm actually gonna do it with a sponge this time and see which application I like better. I typically always use a sponge anyways. Okay, so this is one coat. Oh goodness, girl, what is going on? I definitely say stick with the one coat. So I'm looking greasy, okay? Like I just ate 10 buckets of fried chicken, a $20 fill up from KFC. It is not cute, honey. Well, since I put 2 coats on this side, I'm just gonna kind of put another coat on this one just to make sure it's kind of coverage wise that it's blended out. And I like the fact that you do see the glow, and for the summer vibes, like, it's, you know, it works because, you know, we're looking for that glow, right? But I don't like to be glowing like this. So far for me, I don't know, because I'm looking real greasy right now and it is not cute. I'm gonna go in with a pretty full coverage concealer, Stay Naked by Urban Decay. This is 24-hour wear. Obviously, I know we're sticking with the glow and stuff like that, and it's supposed to be a light like skin, but for concealer, I like to kind of just go in and brighten everything up, kind of blend it out. It is blending out pretty easily. Well, that's definitely something I do notice. Okay, so I kind of just did one side just because I wanted to see, like, make sure it kind of worked and blended well. So now I'm just gonna go in with everything else and blend this out. I like to brighten up right here, just because I do. I should have took my nose ring out, but I didn't, and it's okay. Hey, how you doing? It's always funny how you really do have to trust the process of makeup, because during the process you be looking busted up. Like, it's just crazy. But so anyway, it's gonna just blend all of this out. I do go in with a pretty bright concealer. Some of you guys are probably like, oh my gosh, that concealer is so bright. But I do like my concealer and like the highlight overall to be very light. The bucket ain't that greasy right now. Yeah, so this is more, I can work with this. I can work with this. Okay. I'm gonna go in under my eye area just a tad more, just to brighten up right there a little bit more. So now that I have that brightened up, I'm gonna go in with the Mercier translucent setting powder. I'm just gonna go ahead and set my concealer before it starts like caking up. Just gonna take a brush and lightly go over it. And I also like to set this pretty quickly as well, because I do get like my smile lines start creasing. Now I'm just kind of making sure everything is blended in well. I kind of toned down that highlighter, or that skin tint, because it was just too much for me. Now I feel like it looks more like a second skin. This is the bronzer, and the swatch on this was pretty dark. I'm gonna go in with a light hand, using the angled contour brush, and then let's see. Oh, you can already see that, so let's just be really careful. And I take that up. I take it around my sides just to make sure that the concealer does blend nicely with it on my jawline. Okay, I actually think I'm starting to like this, because what I'm noticing is I still have that glow. Okay. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like this after applying just the skin tint. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, this is not gonna be it. But after you do everything else, I think it works. So with that, I'd say this skin tint isn't something you'd want to apply just this. Like, you definitely have to do more. Okay, so I'm also going to use that bronzer for my nose, just to see what that's looking like. What you snoring, girl? What you snoring? Just some bronzer. I'm just gonna place some powder right here, a tad bit. So I'm gonna let this sit around my nose a bit longer, but in the meantime I'm gonna go in with the blush by Mario. This is the shade in Wildberry. I'm gonna go in with this very lightly. I say lightly, but then watch, let's see how light we gonna put this thing. Just right here. See, I like that. I feel like it's subtle, it's not too much, but it's there. I'm also gonna go in with the Kylie Ice Me Out highlighter. It gives me a bit more of a glow. Oh, I like this. I probably don't need too much. I'm gonna go ahead and dust this thing off here. Okay, so basically I feel like I like this so far. What started off as greasy or so much of a highlighter, I've kind of settled it down. I'm just gonna set it with this, the Milani Make It Last Original Spray. This gives a natural finish, and I feel like it would really go well with this look. Okay, so I just sprayed the setting spray. I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna go off camera, do my eyes and my lips, and then I'll come back with my final thoughts on the Glowish bronzer and skin tint. Okay, so this is the final look, guys. I hope that you guys like it. I went off camera, just did my eyes, simple lip gloss and everything. I really like the product. I think, honestly, when I first started putting it on, when I put the skin tint on, I was like, hell no, I'm not gonna like this. Like, I'm about to go back and get my money back because I look like a damn grease ball, and it wasn't it. But once I applied everything, like the concealer, the highlight, you know, powder, whatever, it does go well and it blends, and everything came out really nice, and it really does give you what it says it's gonna do. It does give you that glow, that luminous glow that everybody wants for the summer. It gives you that dewy feel. It's not too heavy, and it just looks overall naturally appealing. So I definitely like this, and I'm glad I have it. Would I recommend this? Yes, absolutely. But with that said, obviously it is very dewy, and if you have oily skin, I don't know, like, I feel like it might be too heavy or too much, and you might want to go in with a matte primer first before you put this on, because it does get really greasy and dewy. Another thing is it's not really buildable. So, like, let's say if you're comparing it to Fenty Eavesdrop, that one is light to medium coverage, so you can put Fenty Eavesdrop on and have that really nice second skin look. But if you want to build it up and get a bit more coverage, you can do that. Whereas this one, as you guys seen, I kind of put 2 coats on, and it didn't really give me more coverage. It just gave me more of a glow, you know, more highlights in my face, and it's not going to give you that coverage. So I wouldn't get this product if you're looking to have more coverage in a skin tint. Another thing that I would say is that if you're looking for a skin tint where you can just put on and then not have to do anything else, no more makeup or anything like that, this isn't going to be it. Like, I feel like you really do, because it's so glowy, you do have to, you know, tone it down or do something else. Apply bronzer, apply concealer, you know, powders and things like that, to finish off the look. You can't just get away with just wearing this, at least in my opinion, versus the Fenty Eavesdrop. You can kind of put that on and just forget about everything else and go with it, because it's not as dewy or glowy, and it is more just like a second skin, and it blends really well. Those are some things that I definitely, you know, consider before purchasing it, to see if it's worth it or not. Like, I really do like this product. I have Fenty Eavesdrop. I love that one. Between the two, which one I would pick if I only could pick one would probably just be Eavesdrop, because there's, you know, you can do more with it. You have more options, whether you want to build it up, you know, just have one layer, or if you want to do your whole makeup or no makeup, you know what I mean? I definitely say that one. I'd reach for that one before this one if you only can get one. But overall, I do like this skin tint, and I thought it was great. And, you know, I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.